Hello everyone, it's Melanie from Mel's Inky Fingers. Happy Friday. I am here to share a really cute card with you today, and I'm just going to be using all kinds of new Stampin' Up! Product from the annual catalog. So our catalog launched last week, so I am just having so much fun diving in to all the beautiful new products that are in here. I can actually show you the inside of the catalog now, which is really exciting. It's hard not to share what's in here. So I'm going to give everyone a couple of minutes to jump on and join me. When you come on, say hello and let me know that you're here so that I know who I get to spend my Friday afternoon with today. This is always one of the highlights of my week, getting to spend some time with you on Friday afternoon. So welcome and hello. So today we are going to make what I am calling a scrap buster card, because we often accumulate these strips of cardstock and designer series paper, and it can be hard to know what to do with them. So today I'm going to share with you an idea that you can use pulling any scraps together. I'm going to be using new papers from the annual catalog, and yes, I have already accumulated some scraps of some of these with making all the projects that I've created. So I'm going to show you how to create this card. I'm going to make two different versions of this so that you can see how you can get a different look by still using your strips of paper to create this fun background. So before we get started, I just want to share a couple of things with you. You know, I always have some announcements when I get started. So I just want to start off with the reminder. Please go over to YouTube and subscribe. YouTube.com and type in Mel's Inky Fingers, then hit that subscribe button. This video will only be here on Facebook for 30 days, and then it will go away because Facebook only saves things for 30 days, and then, sorry about that. I had to adjust my cord and it didn't like that. Facebook will only save these videos for 30 days and then they're gone. So if you want to be able to go back and see things in the future to use this technique, you're going to want to be over there on YouTube with me. A reminder, product shares are done, but I do make extras in case packages get lost or destroyed in shipping. So if you would like to be on my wait list to get anything that I may not need to replace, I usually have at least a couple of all the things. So shoot me an email or leave me a comment here and I'll be sure to put you on the wait list for a product share. In Color Club, oh, this is always one of my favorite things. So In Color Club is where you get a collection of products each month for 5 months featuring one of the new In Colors. And the In Colors this year are absolutely amazing. And let's see, here they are. So you will receive a collection of products each month in one of these colors so that at the end of 5 months, you have a complete In Color collection of products that you can enjoy. So I have this linked here on this page. You have until the 30th to subscribe. You will get an ink pad, refill, Stampin' Blend, Stampin' Write markers, card bases, envelopes, cardstock for layering, pattern paper, designer series paper, your ink refill. Remember, there is some details about the cloud cover ink pad. It's not going to be released to customers due to some variances. The color had shifted because of the material that we use in the base of our ink pads. So cloud cover month, you're going to receive this felt ink spot, which you'll be able to ink with your refill to make your cloud cover ink pad. And you're going to have other products in its place as a bonus. And in addition, at the end of In Color Club, you're going to receive an exclusive class kit, and we're going to gather together on Zoom to create some projects so that you can use your In Color Club products. So I hope you join me for In Color Club. Again, you have until May 30th. Virtual album retreat. I am so excited for this. Hi, Joan. Hi, Julie. So excited for virtual album retreat. Stampin' Up! Is offering their first virtual scrapbooking album. You are going to complete a 1-year album. I'm telling you, they are amazing pages. You will purchase a kit from Stampin' Up! That will include all the supplies to create 12 2-page spreads. That's 24 pages. Everything is pre-cut for you. It's going to be amazing. So you don't have to worry about cutting all the supplies. That's done for you. Then you are going to receive exclusive stamp sets, ribbon, embellishments, interactive elements, and you're going to learn either a technique or an interactive element for each 2-page spread that you can continue to use in your scrapbooking. Or if you aren't a scrapbooker but really want an album to document a year of memories, this is for you. You do not have to be an experienced or seasoned scrapbooker to be able to do this. You are going to receive a class done by Stampin' Up! For each 2-page spread that you will have access to long after the event to go back and complete your projects or to make more in case you don't finish them during the event. Now, if you're local to me or if you would like to travel to Northwest Ohio, I am offering this event as an in-person option here in my classroom. I have a very limited number of seats, and each day you're going to receive a treat and a table seat gift, and there's going to be prizes given away each day, and we're going to watch the classes together and put our pages together so that I'm here to help you and walk you through any questions that you have. Or you can work at your own pace and don't have to watch the classes, but you get to enjoy the company. It's up to you. My in-person event, I am gifting to you. Yes, it's food, prizes, everything. I am gifting the in-person event to you if you order the kit through me. Now, if you are not local, but you order the kit through me, I am going to gift you a lovely package that I will send in time for the event, which will have little treats and gifts and things for you to enjoy as you do your virtual album retreat. So I hope you join me. Oh, Janet, hello. Oh, I would love to have you. I still have some seats left. I would love to have you join me either virtually or in person to complete this album. Now, for mothers, grandmothers, or mother figures, or father figures, anyone who has a family, I cannot express to you the importance of leaving a memory legacy for your family. And if you have never scrapbooked, or if you have no interest in scrapbooking, at least do this 1-year album and jot down memories that you can pass along to your family with some really special photos that you can leave for your family to look at. So if you have questions, let me know. Just reach out. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. Okay? All right. And last but not least, and then we're going to jump into crafting. If you would like to join my Stampin' Up! Community and enjoy tutorials and friendships and creative time together, early access to products, a discount on all your shopping, Stampin' Up! Is offering a starter kit special this month where you can choose $165 in products for only $99 plus tax. The shipping's free. You get a free paper pumpkin, catalogs, tons of inspiration, access to me to help answer questions. You do not have to teach classes. You do not have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to sell anything. You can just enjoy the discount if you want. However, if you would like to teach classes, get together with friends to create together, I'm here to help you and guide you. All right, so let me know if you have questions. All right, that's it. On to the crafting. Look what we're going to make today. So we're going to make this card. This is a little scrap buster. I've been on to scrap busters lately to use up strips. They can be strips of cardstock, pattern paper, anything that you would like. And you can pull whatever you have to create this cute little background. So this uses tons of brand new product from our catalog. And let me, oh, you know what I didn't share with you? Let me backtrack a minute. Don't forget, because time is running out, to subscribe to the Creatively Inked kit to get the May 2025 Cheers and Sips kit. This kit is absolutely adorable. I can't even tell you how excited I am about, look at this, about this little non-card project. And if you joined me a couple weeks ago, I showed you some other ideas to use with the featured suite. You're going to get shiny gems, ribbon, adorable paper. Here is your featured set. You can choose to add it, or you can fussy cut elements from paper, or use something you have on hand. So super excited about this. Don't miss out on this, okay? You can scan the QR code to subscribe at the top of this page. In my header, I have the QR code. Scan that, get signed up, even if you just do this month. There's no minimum number of months you have to do, okay? $39. Now, this project, today we are going to use a lot of different products from the new annual catalog to create this card. Now, this particular card features the new in colors. So this is a little sneak peek. Other than the green, these are new in colors that we're going to use to make this. Now, I'm going to do a completely different color combination for you, but still using the in colors for the card that we're going to make right now together. So we are going to use up these scraps. So I have Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, and Strawberry Slush, and look how pretty those are together. And we are going to put this on a cloud cover base. So look how beautiful that's going to be. Super excited to see how this turns out. I've not made this color combo, so we are going to explore together to make this. Now, I'm using a couple of craft room staples to make this. So the focal element is going to be created with the brand new Pretty Florals dies. This is part of a bundle, but the dies are amazing. Look how detailed and beautiful those are. So pretty. So we are going to use these two dies. I've already pulled them out to create the flowers and the little foliage pieces just with die cuts. Now, you could also stamp. There's these super cute little, I think they're hyacinths. You could stamp and die cut those and add those to the foliage. But I was trying to just keep it fast and use these really cute detailed flowers here. So we are going to use that die set for the focal elements here. Then for the background labels, we are going to use the Spotlight on Nature dies. I use these a lot. They're all circles, but what I love about them is you have 3 options for decorative edges. This I call the radiating circle, which is the one I used here. There's this one here with the ovals, and then this one with the little kind of like a flower accent. So these are not new. They've been around a while. But here, let me show you. This is how pretty the floral one is. You can kind of see it with the black popping through. Isn't that pretty? And here is what the one with the dashes looks like. Let me set it down so you can see. Really pretty. And then, of course, the radiating one is here. And you can see when I make layers, sometimes I just throw a whole bunch on and cut it, and I store them right in my pouch. And sometimes when I need one, I don't even have to cut one. I just pull it out and use what's there. So these are awesome. It's a big set too, and I love that there's some big circles in there. Then for this little tiny hello, I'm using this Choose Happy set. Sometimes it's fun to have sets that are super versatile and you can create cute little sentiments. This one focuses on holidays, as you can see with all the little themes here. And you have tons of holiday and seasonal stamps, and they're small, so they work really cute for adding these little pops on. Especially, I like to use those on all occasion cards. And then I leave my insides blank so that I can write little notes. especially to my team or my customers. So for this project, I'm going to use a cloud cover cardstock card base, and this is cut 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then I'm going to have a piece of basic white that's cut 4 by 3, and a piece of cloud cover that's cut 4 by 3 1/4, and that's going to make my front layer. Then you're going to want to just pull out scraps. They can be cardstock, pattern paper, whatever you want. Even strips of ribbon mixed in there would be adorable. And these are 1 1/4 by 4 inches, and we're going to tear those to give it some interest. Then for our element, I die cut the second from largest radiating circle in cloud cover and punched a basic white circle with our 2 3/8 circle punch. And that's just, again, from basic white. And then on that, you're going to add your focal element. So I grabbed some strawberry slush to pull out the pink and some Secret Sea. These are both new in colors. Well, this is a returning in color actually. And I didn't mention, but in Color Club, when you get your strawberry slush kit, if you have strawberry slush ink from years ago when it was offered, I'm offering you the opportunity to substitute a different color ink pad and ink refill for your strawberry slush. So when you register, if you have strawberry slush, let me know and I'm happy to sub that for you, okay? But we're going to use strawberry slush. Hi, Christy, how are you? Oh, it's so fun to have you here. I miss seeing you at work. Hi, Taryn, welcome. All right, so then we have a little scrap of Secret Sea that we're going to stamp our sentiment on, okay? All right, so let's get started. So let's start by creating our little focal element, and we'll kind of build backwards. So let's die cut our flower image, and any little die cut flowers will work. If you don't have these pretty florals, it's okay. Use what you have. And then let's put these in our little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to use my mini that I keep right here by my recording table. We're going to put these in here and send them through. Remember the little tip for using your mini. I always stagger my... Oh, I thought I was on Do Not Disturb. Are you back? That must have been my mom calling. She's the only one that can get through on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about that. So if you find that your little mini likes to slide when you're trying to use it, I keep silicone craft mat underneath it. And if you don't have a silicone craft mat, but you have this Glass Mat Studio, it's amazing on this. It's amazing on this. It doesn't slide at all, as you can see. All right. So here are my die cut elements. So really cute. So let's set this aside. I won't have to do any more die cutting for now. So now let's glue this together. So I want to be able to position these flowers just really perfectly. So I'm going to put the tiniest little dot of my liquid glue here so that I have the ability to set those where I want them. So I'm just going to set those right on here like this, and then I'll flip them around and make sure they're positioned how I want them. All right, now let's turn this around. Ooh, isn't that a pretty color combination? I love pink and gray together. Pink and gray and yellow and gray. I really like those two colors, color combinations. All right. So here's our little pretty floral element. Isn't that the cutest? So now let's adhere our circle to our die cut. Okay, and we're just going to put that like that. So let's create a little dimension to these flowers. So I'm going to have one that's going to go directly to the circle. So I'll put a little Stampin' Seal on that. I'm going to put one with a Stampin' Dimensional. And then I've not showed you this, but just for the sake of learning something fun, I'm going to show you today. I'm going to stack 2 of these, and then I'm going to put it on this flower. So now when we put this on our focal element, look at how cool that is. Hopefully it picks up on camera where you're getting tons of dimension. Really, really fun, isn't it? All right. So when you jump on, say hello and let me know you're here, because unless you say hi, Facebook does not show me your name. So my phone, which I'm recording with, will let me see who's here. But on my computer where I'm looking for comments, sadly, it doesn't. So I have to kind of stand up and look at my phone so that I can say hello to you. So let me know you're here. Don't be bashful. All right, so I'm going to put this basic white layer here, and that's just going to give us the cute little background. And then down here, we're going to take our cloud cover piece, and that's going to go kind of like this. Now, I am going to tear one end of this, just so that it kind of matches with the rest of the strips. All right, and you can save this because we're going to add this to our inside layer. And then now I have these pieces. So your patterned paper pieces, you can kind of decide which side you want up. And you want to do this before you tear, because let me show you. So the side that you tear away from will have the exposed paper fibers. The side that you tear off will not, all right? So on cardstock, it doesn't matter if you're using our traditional cardstock because it's dyed through, so your color won't vary and you can get your fibers on either side. But pattern paper, it does, because if you tear away this way, some of it on this side, it's going to have the exposed paper fibers, but on this side, it's not. So you're going to want to know before you do your tearing which pattern you want to show. So I think I'm going to do maybe like this, and maybe like that, and maybe like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this. Yes, I like that. Okay, so now I can do my tearing. And you don't need to tear away a lot. So they'll be about 1 inch after they're torn. So here is my, what I was describing. So I tore away off this side, so I have my white fibers exposed. But if I wanted this side, I don't have my white fibers exposed. Now you might want that look, and that's just fine if you do. But if you want those white fibers exposed so it looks torn, you'll want to make sure you know which side you want up before you do your tearing. Okay, and I'm just going to set those aside because I'm going to want to use at least one of these on the inside of my card. I love this pattern. So each year Stampin' Up! Comes out with 6x6 paper in their color family collections. And what I love about the color family collections is every color family collection includes paper in every color of the family that you choose. So the Subtles family collection has all the Subtles colors and Regals and so forth. So it gives you the opportunity to have paper in every single color, and that includes the 2 in color families. So there's also the 2 in color family color collections. So the change from year to year is that they change the patterns. Now there's 4 patterns every year in those color collections, and this year the patterns are really, really great. So you get this stripe, you get this a like splattery distress look, this really pretty foliage, and then this beautiful floral. I don't know that I can tell you which one I've used the most as of yet, because I've been using them all. But I think this one is going to be my favorite. And the reason why is because you're going to be able to stamp on this, emboss it, use it for layering. It's subtle, but it's texture, and I think that's why I'm really going to love it. So I'm going to arrange these on my cloud cover layer how I want them, and I want a little bit exposed at the bottom and the top. So once I kind of get it how I want it, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my Tombow and I'm going to put my fingers down in the middle and flip these up and put some Tombow down here. And I want to be able to kind of slide these in place. So I'm just going to push them down, and then I'm going to flip and do the same thing to the other side. Now, usually I do this with my stamp and seal, but in this case, I want to be able to shift them around a little bit to get them straight and even. See, like this one needs to slide over to be on the edge, and it needs to come up a little bit. This one could go down a little bit. And the Tombow allows you the ability to do that. So there, I think I'm happy with that. Trying to slide that one over just a little bit. Now, if your edges aren't even and that bothers you, you can do one of two things. You can either put it in your paper trimmer, or you can just use your scissors and just trim up that edge, just the little bittiest bit. All right, now that's going to go here. All right, so you can line that up on your card front. I love these colors together. I think cloud cover is going to be my favorite in color, but ask me next week. It could change. Okay, so that's there. So now I have the front of my card all done. So now we're going to put this element on. So pretty. So let's put some dimensionals on this. Ooh, I need to get some more. And then all that's left is our bling and our sentiment. Ooh, how pretty is that? Thanks, Joan. I'm glad you like this. It's really easy and really fun. All right, so now let's work on our sentiment. So I have this little scrap of Secret Sea. Ooh, it might even be pretty down there. I like that contrast. This is Secret Sea, and we're going to do a little heat embossing. So I'm going to pull out my Versamark pad, my Wow Basics embossing powder in white, and then this is the Embossing Editions kit. I love it. It comes with your embossing buddy, a little tool to hold it so you don't burn your fingers, this little tray, and a brush, so that, which I don't have here, which you can brush away excess embossing powder. So we're going to use this little hello from the Choose Happy. You could use any sentiment you have on hand, and we're going to use the embossing buddy to wipe down the cardstock. That's going to keep the embossing powder from sticking where you don't want it. It's especially important on dark colors if you're using white, or if you're using black on white, because you don't want those stray flecks of embossing powder sticking where you don't want them. And I like to put my embossing powder in these little containers. I think it's just a little easier to hold. And then this little spoon, I actually was at an ice cream store and they were giving samples, and I was like, oh, that's the perfect size for scooping my embossing powder. So I collected them from the family. I told my kids they weren't allowed to throw them away. They had to give them to me. All right. I also have these little command hooks up here that I have my spoon attached in each of my colors, but this one broke. So, all right, so now I'm going to use my heat tool, and I'm just going to heat this. So let's put this back, and we'll let this heat tool heat. And I don't want to burn my fingers, so let's do this. So we're just going to keep the heat on here until that powder changes. You'll be able to see when that powder melts because it gets smooth and shiny. Some of the powders, especially the metallics, you can hold the show. Sorry about that. So my I'm so sorry. So my power strip just fell because I pulled on my heat tool. I'm so sorry. Are you still with me? I'm so sorry. Oh. I guess today is not my day to be live without hiccups. Well, you know what? I'm keeping it real. You can see the behind the scenes challenges of trying to do projects. Let's go back to regularly scheduled programming. All right. So your metallics sometimes change color. The white and the clear, you can just see them get smooth and shiny. And so we're almost done here. I'm just waiting for that little bit of the H to, there we go. All right. So we're done with that for now until the next project. Hopefully I don't tip you over the next project. All right, so I'm now going to trim that down. So I'm going to pull in my little mini trimmer here, and I'm going to trim this kind of tight. So I'm just making sure that we're straight here. Have you recovered? Live stamping, Joan. I know, you never know what the day holds. Some days are more adventurous than others. I don't know that I have ever dumped, oh, look at everything is like where it shouldn't be. I don't know that I have ever dumped you on your faces before. Have I? I'm so sorry. Oh. All right, so now let's take a couple mini dimensionals and put those on the back. And then you can choose to put this wherever you want. So it would be pretty in a couple different places. It would be really cute down here. That's super cute. You could put it up here or here. I think I'm gonna put mine there. Oh, it's so cute. Now, last but not least, let's add a little bit of bling. So today we are going to use my old trusty Baker's Twine Essentials pack. You could use the black that would match the Secret Sea really nice, or white. I have a piece of white here that we're going to use. And then these are the 2025 to 2027 in color flat pearls. These are beautiful. They come in all the new in colors. And you can see I've been using them a lot already. I've almost used up this whole pack. It's a good thing the catalog went live when it did, because I was just about out of these before the catalog even went live. Because as a demonstrator, you get early access to things, which is one of the best perks. So let's see, I have to decide. I think I'm going to balance it by putting it over here. So I'm going to take a glue dot and cut it in half. Oh, there's already one cut in half, and then fold it in half. So it's like a quarter of a glue dot, because these twine knots are really small and you don't want exposed glue dot on your card when you slide it into your envelope, because it might stick to the inside of the envelope. All right. So now let's trim Let's trim these tails to how you want them. Oh, it's so cute. I love this color combination. All right, now we can choose the Secret Sea or the Strawberry Slush. I think I'm going to go with Secret Sea. Let's do this. And let's do that. So there, whoops, we're not done yet. There is the front of your first project. Now let's go to the inside. So the inside is going to be pretty simple because I want to just be able to write a note to my recipient. So I had lots of paper strips here before my whole camera fell over. I don't know where they all went, but here I found the piece of cardstock which I wanted, and I think I want this dark one for some contrast, although this would be cute because the flowers are pink. Let's do that, or we could do all three. So I am going to add a tiny bit of Tombow here, and I might layer 3 actually. So let's do this one. See if they're big enough to layer, and then add this one on top for some fun color, and then the cardstock piece along the bottom. Oh, that is super cute. And see how with that Tombow I'm able to kind of shift these pieces just a little bit. Oh, that is super cute. I like that. All right, so now let's adhere this on the inside of our card. And there you go. What do you think? Which color combination do you like? Do you have a favorite? Which one? This one is so bright and cheery, and this one is just like soothing with that cloud cover. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you have a favorite. I think I'm going to shift this down though. See if I can get this off. I think I just want it right down here a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, Julie likes both of them. Ooh, Joan likes the cloud cover. This one, is that not the best color ever? Oh, so pretty, so pretty. All right, now the next one I'm really excited about, and I think you're going to like it too. So we are going to use one of the new suites from the annual catalog to make this project. So let me show it to you. So it did not catch my eye in the catalog, but then when I saw the paper, I was like, oh my goodness. So it's called the Kintsugi Inspirations Product Suite. So pretty. We're going to use the paper and these beautiful gems and bring it in with some other products. Here are some of the samples used in featuring the products in the catalog. So pretty. Julie says she's always a blue pink fan, but the bright one gives her beachy vibes. Oh yes, that is pretty. It is kind of, I see where you are picking that up, Julie. So, and then we are going to pull in the beautiful motifs stamp set for our sentiment, and one of my favorites, the gold twisted thread. Now this thread is on the last chance list, so you may want to grab it while you can. Don't wait if you love it. It goes absolutely amazing with this product suite. So let's take a look at the paper. So this is the paper from this Kintsugi product suite. It's really pretty. You have the gold veining. So Kintsugi is a method of repairing something broken. I did not know that. So it has this beautiful gold foil veining through it. And then you have this piece, which is amazing. And the dies cut out all of these images. There's a floral, a cup, and a vase die. Or I guess this is a bowl. And then you have the backs, which are beautiful blending patterns, really soft and soothing. So Julie, here's your blues and your pinks. How beautiful is this? It's cloud cover, misty moonlight, and petal pink. So pretty. This piece is stunning. Just gorgeous. Now we are going to use die cut elements from this on our project for our focal point. So let's talk about what you need to make this version. So we are going to use a 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of Misty Moonlight cardstock as our card base, and that's scored at 5.5. And then our pieces are going to be the same. You're going to have a 4 by 3-inch piece of basic white. You have a 4 by 3 1/4-inch piece of Misty Moonlight. And then we have 3 pieces. Where's my piece of Misty Moonlight? Oh, I might have to pull in another piece of designer series paper, which is okay because somewhere along the line I've lost my strip of Misty Moonlight, but that's really okay. So we already have these. So let's pull in this white and gold one, or that one actually would be pretty. Let's just pull in a 1 1/4-inch piece. By 4. So we're going to be using 4 different designer series papers for this one. All right, so that's going to work just fine. So we're going to adhere this to our card front. So this is going to go together exactly like the first one. I'm just showing you another color variation. This one is going to just be gorgeous. So let's tear the top of our Misty Moonlight layer. And we might want that for the inside, although it's torn, but I think it might still work. All right, so now let's decide here. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go with all the gold foil sides. So these are 4 1 1/4-inch pieces. They're 4 inches wide of designer series paper. So this is a great way to use up your scraps. This one is beautiful. They're not really directional, so that makes it nice. I think this would be a good one to put on the inside because it's got all the colors. So I think on our inside we're going to do that. Oh, that's super pretty. And that's really pretty. All right, so now let's layer these and decide what we want where. So I think we're going to do the colors, the white, the florals. I like that. All right, so I think we're going to do it like that. So let's layer these on after they're torn. And then once you get them kind of positioned how you want, I'm going to squirt some Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue underneath there and stick them down. Now theoretically, if you lift up the white one, the rest should follow because they're all layered on there. So you shouldn't have to pick them up individually. And then I'm going to do that on the other side. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, it's fun to have you here. How are you? I hope you had a great week and you're getting some crafting time in. Now this is going to go on here like that. Ooh, look how pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. All right, so we're going to adhere this in place here. And you're going to put this on with, you know, your standard border. So this is what we're creating is the equivalent of a 4. This white piece is crooked. Oh boy. What we're creating is the equivalent of a 4 by 5 1/4 inch front layer piece. You'll just have to, if you're crooked like me, you'll just have to compensate just a little bit. We're going to save these for the inside. Now let's create our focal piece. So I thought it would be beautiful to create a gold foil radiating circle element for the front with the punched white circle. So this is gold foil, and again, I die cut this one with the Spotlight on Nature dies, just like the first card. And isn't that gorgeous? So pretty, so pretty. So that's gonna go like that. And then we're going to die cut some elements from our designer series paper. So I think I'll just stick with these. I don't think I'm going to use the flower. So I am just going to take my paper snips and cut out, just kind of cut around the pieces that I want to die cut. The pink would be beautiful. You can't really go wrong here. I mean, any of those are going to look gorgeous. So I'm going to cut these apart, and I should have maybe brought a Post-it note. I'm going to put these in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and pull out the dies. So here are the Inspiring Imperfections dies from the Kintsugi suite. They're gorgeous. These, if you saw my unboxing, would be really good to have adhesive sheets for this gold. I shouldn't say gold. It's like the crazing or the little details. Those would be really good to use. Oh, look, I already have some cut that I could use. Ooh, look it. So I did this on the unboxing. I created this vase. It's in Secret C, or else it'd be beautiful on there. And then I used the floral element and just layered it right on that vase. I have a pink and I have a green. Maybe I'll use the pink one and die cut this one to put there. That'll be really pretty. But here are those gold pieces. This is cut out of gold foil. And I used adhesive sheet on here so that it makes putting them on your projects really easy. Otherwise, it can be tricky because it can be hard to put the glue on there and not have it get messy. So let's die cut our elements here, and then we'll decide which ones we want to use. Oh, that one's cut short on the top, from the top of the paper, but I think it's going to be okay. So let's pull out our 2 dies. We have our vase and this little cup. I love that this cuts out the elements from the designer series paper. It always makes the paper so much more versatile when you can cut out the images. Now the Cheers and Sips bundle that we'll be using for this month's Creatively Inked kit, this has similar elements that you can die cut with the dies. All right, so let's put this in here and cut those out. Hopefully they don't shift on me. Come on, little cutting machine. Let's see how I did. Ooh, so pretty. Ooh, look. Oh, super pretty. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with those two. And then I'm going to save this because I can cut out this flower using the flower die. It matches this image on this sheet. So this whole sheet, you can use this gorgeous cloud cover printed pattern, or you can die cut the elements. So you have options to use it in different ways. And I love when you have that with your products. It just gives you so much more versatility with your sweets. I need to put my new dies on magnetic sheets. All right, so now let's work on assembling this. So this is going to go together just like our other one. So you can put these on here like this and or center them. It's your choice, and then add the sentiment however you would like. So I think I'm going to put these in the center. So where is my stamp and seal? Let's put this one here. And this little cup is going to go on with dimensionals. Julie loves the gold accents. Yeah, isn't the gold with this beautiful? Not only is the gold beautiful, but I also really love the gold with the pink and the blue. It makes it just really extra beautiful. So we'll put that like that. So that's our focal element, and that's going to go here. So let's put some Stampin' Dimensionals on this. We're going to add some gold accents before we're done. And I did not grab my gold embossing powder. I don't know what I was thinking. That would have been so pretty. We need gold embossing powder on this sentiment, don't we? I have white. I don't know that I'm going to like the white, am I? Should I do this in white or gold? Tell me what you would like. I can do gold embossing or white embossing. We're going to use our embossing buddy here. All right, it might be taking a little bit of time for the feedback to come through. I'll do white because I have the white here. Oh, Julie says gold. Okay, so I have hello, I have just a note. You can use celebrate, thinking of you, lots of options here. Just a note is pretty. I'll use just a note. How's that? And then I'll run and grab my gold embossing powder. I'll be right back. I got my gold, and so I wanted to show you how our embossing powder comes. So we have two different sets. So this is the Wow Metallics. It comes with copper, gold, and silver. And then we have Wow Basics, which comes with black, white, and clear. And then I put mine in these containers. You can see how I have my spoon on this little holder right inside, so that I always have a nice way to sprinkle it on my project. So let's pull out our Versamark. And I already put my embossing buddy on here, so we're good to go. So since I already have this spoon handy, I'll leave that one in there. I was getting low, so I had to order some more. Really pretty. So now this one you'll be able to see as the color as the powder melts, you're going to be able to see the change in color of the words, all right? So you ready? Let's hope that I don't dump you over this time, but I changed the cord on I moved the cord on my heat tool, so it should be okay. All right, so you're going to see this change. I hold this in one spot and let the heat get right on there. And as soon as it starts melting, then I slowly move. You can see that it's starting to change. See how it's getting shiny and bright? And then I just slide my heat tool up the word. And there you go. You have that cute little sentiment just like that. Really easy to do. All right, so now I'm going to trim this down. And I think I might even add a little banner end on this. So I love using my little mini trimmer here. And I'll trim this down as tight as I can. I think I like that. And then let's add my little banner end. So I snip up one and in the middle and then come in from the corners. It gives you a perfect banner every time. And then we're going to add this. I think it'll be pretty there. Yep, I like that. So I'll put a little bit on that end because that'll go directly onto the vase. And since the vase is, well, I guess it's not really dimensional, so I guess it'll be okay. We'll just do this. And then I'm going to use my gold twisted cord, and we're going to make a little bow. So let's find the end. And we'll have to decide if we want this on the vase or the bowl. I think I'm going to put it on the vase, but we'll see once we have it made where we like it. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing with our mini glue dot. We're going to cut a mini glue dot in half and then fold that half in half. So we have just a little bit of mini glue dot to put our knot on, because this gold twisted cord is also kind of thin like twine, so you don't want a big, I think I like it like that. You don't want a big glue dot on there with a tiny little piece of twine. And then these flower accents are part of the same suite, and we'll sprinkle these on. Look at how beautiful these are. So pretty. And I think we'll go one down here and a tiny one and maybe a little one up here. And there you go. What do you think? Do you like that one? So here are, let me get the embossing powder off here. Here are our 3 projects. What do you think? Do you like this technique of being able to use up your paper strip scraps? So it looks like my reception is not real good. I'm just spinning. So I'm hoping that you can see and hear me. Okay. Thanks, Joan. I'm glad you like those. So on my end, my video is really behind. I don't know if your video is as behind as mine. But I'm hoping you can see these and you get a good idea of how you can get a different look by changing up your colors or the paper that you use, or simply by changing up what you use for your focal point. You could use a square or a rectangle or a cool shape, a punched element. These are the die cut circles. So you have so many options to change it up by mixing and matching what you use to make it. Now, this twisted gold thread is on the last chance list. I absolutely love it. I recommend grabbing some of this to use with this suite before it's gone, because look how beautiful it coordinates. It's really, really pretty. And so I think you would enjoy having some of this to use with this suite before it's sold out. All right, so any questions on anything that I showed today? Let me know if you have any questions. Give me a thumbs up if you don't have any questions. My video is just frozen right now, so I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can see me. Facebook is giving me challenges today. It's a beautiful sunny day here, so I'm not sure why I would be lagging. All right, so if you missed it, don't forget to subscribe to Creatively Inked this month. We're using the adorable Cheers and Sips bundle as our feature to make all these adorable projects. Plus, if you watched me a couple weeks ago, we made this super cute little note card set that's going to be a little bonus. And of course, our non-card project is adorable. So you have until the 20th. At the top of this page, up in the header, there's a QR code that you can scan, and it will take you to the page where you can subscribe. There's no minimum number of months that you need to subscribe. So you could get it just for this month's kit if you wanted. All right. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's always fun to be with you. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I will look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.